We work with, well, basically three things. We have community evangelism at large and at scale. So that's where the BizSpark program is. Many of you probably know that NXTP Labs is actually one of the biggest partners we have globally in terms of referring startups into BizSpark and enabling them with the Azure services. So we have a great offer through BizSpark. If you don't already know it, go on to Microsoft.com/BizSpark. It's a great way to get to know what's available for startups that are just starting out. But thank you to NXTP Labs for being a great partner in LatAm. So that's the community aspect. We have evangelists. We have an army of evangelists all over the world. In fact, in 110 countries, we have BizSpark champs. And we have startup evangelists who work actively with helping startups grow their business and leverage Microsoft technology. So that's BizSpark and community. The second thing is we have accelerators. Many of you know Microsoft Accelerator in Seattle. You might have heard about that. We have one in Israel, in India, in Beijing. We're opening more. We just announced more around the world, and there'll be more coming. So this is a really exciting time for Microsoft, investing in the next generation. We have classes actively running through those accelerators, and a lot of those companies are getting funded. So that's a great validation for us. The third thing then is the seed fund, and that's the team that I'm in. And because we're working with some great strategic partners, we're also working with some awesome startups that have great potential on the global stage, and we want to help them with cash and services and biz dev and connections to our Microsoft customer, major account teams, and basically we want to help with their growth. So the whole purpose of setting up Microsoft Ventures really was to bring all of this together so that we have, the power of Microsoft, all the assets, including, the platform, the products, the people, and the customer account teams. So that routes to market, or rights to market, as they say in the US, and really helping startups be more effective, quicker, and mitigate your risk, and basically, help you grow and maybe prevent you failing because we try to get you traction quickly. So that's what we're doing. It's a very exciting time for Microsoft. You've probably seen a lot in the news, but it is a great time for us. With change comes massive opportunity. We're delighted to work in the organization now under Tony Bates. Tony Bates used to run Skype, which we acquired. So I think it's a great time for us. We have some great people. My colleague James Mayoko, also from Microsoft Ventures. We're working very closely here with the team in Silicon Valley. We have presence in top cities all over the world. Very active in Latin America as well. And in fact, our colleague, Ryan Corbett, is on a plane today with Dave McClure, and he's heading to Latin America. So he's going the opposite direction. So we're very committed to that region. We really hope to meet wonderful startups coming out of LatAm, mainly because Brian will do his best to meet every single company that was ever created in LatAm, because he's an animal. But hopefully we will get to work with you more closely in the coming years. So check out microsoftventures.com and microsoft.com/BizSpark for ways to work with us. Ariel and his guys can give you more insight into what a partnership with Microsoft actually looks like. So welcome, have a great day with your invasion of Silicon Valley, and we look forward to hearing great things about this trip. I'll hand over to you.
Thanks, Claire. Hello, everybody. My name is Luis Arroyo. I am Latin American here in Silicon Valley. I've been here for almost 9 years now. And a little bit about myself. So I used to be at Google, head of finance for AdSense, then product manager, and then head of investments for Google.org. And then 2 years ago, I started a venture firm called Hattery, of which we just sold the largest portion back to Google. So instead of, also in addition to running the fund now, I've also started in the early stage venture investment part of Samsung. Very similar to like Microsoft Ventures, but with Samsung's, same idea. We run a couple of accelerators, one in Palo Alto, one in New York. We also make a lot of partnerships with the startups that we invest in terms of like getting through to the either preloading through the different phones and networks we're working with, or managing through the enterprise sales teams and working with those groups. But more importantly here, I wanted to introduce you guys. I know there's a lot of people coming from Mexico, Brazil, Chile, Argentina, Colombia, different parts in Peru, like me. and different parts of Latin America coming here to Silicon Valley and taking the opportunity, maybe want to thank Dr. Straub, come here today, and really soak in what's happening here and take it back to your countries and figure out how can we make this happen there. I've also been an advisor to the Peruvian government and the US government on immigration issues, and it's very important to know that everybody's looking at this. So there's a massive race right now for innovation in terms of like policy, investment, setting up programs around the world. And it's very important for us to come here and learn these things, to take it back to our countries and make sure that they're done right and not messed up by governments like they usually are in our countries. So as a host today, I wanted to, again, welcome you guys here. Make sure you guys spend a fruitful day, get to know each other, since you guys will be the main network for entrepreneurial leaders in Latin America, but also meet people here from investors, corporate leaders, entrepreneurs here that came from Latin America or not, that have made it here and understand their perspectives and their vision. With that, I'd like to kind of kick off today. I'd like to introduce Derek Anderson. Okay. The program will start with Derek, but first Aria is going to do the official opening for today, and I'll be in and out all day. This is my office, is a couple of blocks from here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I want to explain why we are here doing that. We started doing this conference last year, and our goal is to build bridges between Latin America and Silicon Valley. Last year we did something similar to this program, and we realized that we need to work with more organizations that are generating their efforts to build these bridges and to work in a coordinated way. And for that, we realized that we need to do more than a bunch of organizations working separately. And the LatAm Invasion is our effort to create a kind of consortium of all these organizations with the same goals to work in a coordinated way and to work together. And this is our first effort to work coordinated. The second thing we want to express that the most important thing here are the entrepreneurs and the rest of the effort that we are building to connect the Latin American with the entrepreneurial community in Latin America with Silicon Valley. It's not about these brands. There is a bunch of organizations and about a bunch of people that are working, but the start here are the entrepreneurs. Thank you, and please. I will introduce to Derek, who is
Sorry. Thanks, Nora. Also, as part of the organization and part of the LatAm Invasion, we are really happy. We're so happy to be part of it with NXTP Labs and all the other organizations to be part of this LatAm Invasion. We really believe as a Latin American, as a Chilean, that we are creating the new entrepreneurial revolution in Latin America. We are convinced about that. We are convinced of like the next talent will be out of these entrepreneurs that we're going to see. This is our like third demo day, and it's part of a really hard process. It's part of a really hard work of the entrepreneurs to being here. So they are really, I think they're really going to do it really well. We as a startup Chile, of course, want to leverage our community. We have more than 1,000 startups around, more than 1,000 entrepreneurs around the globe, and we want to leverage that network among like all the Latin organizations and all the Latin startups. So that's how we help you build your businesses around around Latin America. So we are so happy to be here, and anything that you need or anything you need to discuss or any help that we can bring as an organization, we are going to be here all day. So thank you very much for coming. Okay, so the first speaker is Derek Anderson, so please give him a great